Welcome to A Scottish Ghost Story, A Day, Series 1, Castle Ghosts, brought to you by bagtownclans.com. I'm your host, Derek MacDonald, and today we take a journey to one of Scotland's most picturesque and paranormally active locations, Culzean Castle. Perched on the dramatic cliffs of Ayrshire, this 18th century fortress not only boasts breathtaking views of the Firth of Clyde, but is also home to a number of restless spirits. From the sound of eerie bagpipes echoing through the caves to sightings of ghostly figures in ball gowns, Culzean Castle is a place where history and the supernatural entwine. Culzean Castle, pronounced Culzean, stands near the town of Maybole, and was the ancestral seat of the Kennedy clan, one of the most powerful families in the region. Its cliff-top position, with the sea crashing below and the vast estate behind, creates a formidable presence. The castle, as it exists today, was designed by famed Scottish architect Robert Adam for David Kennedy, the 10th Earl of Cassillis, who transformed it from a medieval fortress into the stately home we see today. Yet for all its grandeur, Culzean Castle holds a darker, more mysterious reputation, as it is said to be haunted by at least 5 spirits. The most famous of these spectral residents is the ghostly Piper of Culzean, a figure deeply entwined with the history of the Kennedy clan. The tale of the ghostly Piper begins with a legend. It is said that the caves below the castle, which extend deep into the cliffs, were once believed to be haunted by strange, malevolent forces. In an effort to prove that no such spirits existed, a brave piper was sent into the caves, tasked with playing his bagpipes as he walked from the castle entrance to a nearby hill. As long as the music continued, those above ground would know he was safe. The eerie sound of his bagpipes echoed through the caverns, but then, suddenly, the music stopped. The piper and his loyal dog vanished without a trace, never to be seen again. Search parties combed the caves, but there was no sign of the pair. Since that fateful day, legend holds that on the eve of a Kennedy wedding, the piper's music can still be heard, drifting up from the depths of the caves, heralding the marriage. Piper's Brae, a hill near the castle, is where the ghostly figure is most often spotted, standing in the mist, bagpipes in hand. He is also heard during violent storms, his mournful music carried by the wind, as if forever searching for a way out of the caves that claimed his life. Some say the ghostly piper appears as a guardian spirit, ensuring the safety of the Kennedy bride and groom as they prepare to begin their new lives. But the piper isn't the only supernatural presence at Culzean. The castle's eerie past is filled with tales of strange misty shapes and shadowy figures. One of the most well-known apparitions is that of a woman in a ball gown, seen drifting down the grand staircase or in the castle gardens. In 1972, several witnesses reported seeing a vague, ghostly figure in one of the castle's corridors, and just a few years later, in 1976, a similar apparition was spotted descending the main staircase. Whether these are the same spirit or different entities remains a mystery. One particularly tragic ghost at Culzean is the White Lady, believed to be the spirit of a servant who was mistreated during her life. Her presence is felt in the darker corners of the castle, where she appears to be searching for justice, or perhaps peace, in death. The soft rustle of her gown and the faint outline of her figure are often accompanied by a cold draught, even on the warmest of days. Another gruesome legend tied to Culzean dates back to before the castle was rebuilt. It tells the story of Gilbert Kennedy, the 4th Earl of Cassilis, who allegedly abducted Alan Stewart, the commendator of Crossraguel Abbey. Stewart was taken to the castle's dungeons, specifically the infamous Black Vault, where he was roasted alive over a fire, forced to sign over the lands of the abbey to the Kennedy family. Stewart managed to survive the first ordeal, only to be tortured again a few days later. While the Earl was eventually punished for his cruel actions, the sounds of crackling flames and agonized screams are still said to be heard from the depths of the Black Vault, echoing the horrors of Stewart's torment. As chilling as these tales may be, Culzean Castle also has an unexpected connection to American history. In 1945, the Kennedy family gifted the castle to the National Trust for Scotland, with the stipulation that a portion of it be reserved for General Dwight D. Eisenhower, in recognition of his service during World War II. Eisenhower visited Culzean several times during his lifetime, including once as President of the United States, and today his former apartment operates as a bed and breakfast, offering guests a chance to sleep in one of the most haunted places in Scotland. From the haunting sounds of bagpipes on stormy nights, to the eerie apparitions that glide through the castle's corridors, Culzean Castle is a place where the past refuses to stay silent. If you ever find yourself wandering the grounds, keep your ears open for the skirl of distant pipes, or the soft footsteps of a long-dead servant. You never know who or what might be watching. Thank you for joining me today on A Scottish Ghost Story a Day. Until next time, I'm Derek MacDonald. Stay curious, stay safe, and keep your eyes and ears open.